This is a CC Radio podcast.
On this week's show, it's all action and all adventure as we count down our favorite action movies from the past decade.
Welcome to Comic Confidential, the weekly show where we discuss our favorite things from popular culture. My name is Cade.
And my name is Troy. And as I said at the top of the show, it is all about the action movie this week as we are getting into some of our favorites from the past decade.
Yeah, and we had a rule.
We had several rules.
I had one rule.
Okay, I had several. What was your one rule?
No Marvel movies.
Yeah, look, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I think, that sort of thing, it could be a genre on its own.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so that's fine. No Marvel movies. For me, I think the biggest thing I wanted to do is I wanted to make it of the last 10 years. So we're not talking about
like Rambo.
Yeah,
and
the same, ask anyone their favorite action movies of all time and it's going to be the same thing.
Die Hard.
The Predator.
Oh,
yeah, well, there you go. Completely unrehearsed. But yeah, so, I wanted it to be in the last 10 years. And the reason for that is I think there's been some absolutely incredible, like a resurgence.
Yes.
Like a renaissance or a Keanu-sance, as some might say.
Oh, okay. I think I know number 1, 2, and 3 for
maybe
you.
so. In the last sort of decade in regards to action movies.
Yeah.
And the whole reason why this sort of thing came about is because, the Top Gun trailer came out at San Diego Comic-Con, Top Gun Maverick.
No Danger Zone.
No Danger Zone. Unfortunately, I went back because of that and watched the original Top Gun.
Oh, okay.
Which
does it hold up?
100% holds up.
Hell yeah.
It's cheesy at times.
But that's what you want from a bit of an 80s action movie.
Yeah, there's like some things that happen that you kind of like, that's not really how people talk to each other. People don't just like chomp at other people.
No, I do all the time.
Do you?
Pay that bill.
Yeah, so, it definitely holds up, but the whole point is it kind of, made me think about action movies and I'm like, well, let's talk about that. Oh, damn it, let's talk about that this week.
Was it really hard for you to go, oh, damn, I can't include that because they're all comic book movies or Marvel movies?
Yeah, well, I think like once you kind of take that out, look, I'll give you a little bit of an insight into my list in the sense of like Logan was probably one that was going to be in there initially.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well,
work harder, mate.
Well, it's like, okay, is it really an action movie? You know what I mean? Like,
it's got action scenes.
Yeah, and then it does. Like, it's got plenty of good action in it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's an action movie at the heart of it. And I mean, ultimately, it is it's probably a superhero movie if anything, anyway. So whatever.
Kind of, but not really.
But not really.
He pops his claws enough for it to be a superhero movie, really, doesn't he?
I just, it's like a road trip family drama,
yeah,
sort of thing, rather than a straight out action movie. So I didn't include it. All right,
fair enough.
Sue me.
Hey, Troy, talking about family issues.
Yeah,
Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah. Okay. Look, here's the thing.
Oh yeah. Explain this.
Well, look, so, for those just joining us last week, Cade did ask me to put out a poll. This is the third poll in the Cade Requests a Poll section of the show. And the poll was going to be, is the Winter Soldier a war criminal? And, if that's the case, do you still like him or something? I was going to try to make it real convoluted. In the end,
You're trying to swing the votes.
In the end, I just went with straight, is the Winter Soldier a war criminal? And look, I've suffered my first loss.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a massive loss too.
It's actually not. It's the closest one we've had.
It's probably the biggest loss. And it's probably the one you've had the most votes on.
Neither of those facts are correct.
I believe it is. So
all right, look, I'll just get into the results. 66 people said, yes, the Winter Soldier is a war criminal.
Those 66 people are smart people.
Are they? 42 of you said that he's not.
Explain that.
42 said no.
Yeah. Oh, well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Look, 66 of you have your opinions and you're wrong, but that's fine.
Wow. Okay. Because I think those people have level heads and they all voted for the Sokovia Accords.
Look, I think ultimately, you have to kind of go, yes, the Winter Soldier is obviously a war criminal, right?
Obviously.
Where it kind of gets where it kind of gets a little bit grey
is when you think it's comic books and he was brainwashed.
Yeah, so he was actually brainwashed. So, is that sort of some sort of defense legally at the war tribunal or wherever it is that you go to face war crimes? The UN probably. I'd assume. But then you also look at it like the act of killing Tony Stark's parents
is murder.
But is murder's a crime. It's not a war crime. Because it's only a war crime if it breaches the laws of war. So if it's not done in the process of war, then it's not a war crime.
But I think it was.
Was it? What war?
It's Tony Stark. He's involved in every war. It's the Starks, mate. They're involved in every war.
But you know what I mean? If it's just a straight out contract killing, say, then that's not a war crime.
Well, he's still criminal regardless.
Hey.
That wasn't new poll.
Look, would the Winter Soldier be able to stand trial in a Queensland court of law?
Yeah, probably
that's
not.
What I want to know. Probably not.
It'll take 20 years to get through judiciaries and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is it. As disappointing as that is for me, but I feel like I'm still up 2-1. And we'll have a poll for you next week about something. Oh, really? Probably, yeah. Okay. That's your job. You got to think of what that is.
We'll think of that somewhere between now and the end of the show.
Sure. Speaking of disappointing, how about this news? This is insane.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Well, you know the game Fortnite, right?
Oh,
you're hip.
I'm
you're
so
cool.
I'm so hip. I do the Fortnite dance.
You're so hip. You've had it replaced twice.
Yeah, from 2 separate accidents.
So Fortnite is a thing, and they just had the World Championships.
Of course they did.
Which I don't like. You'd have to assume the game's not that old.
What is?
So it has to be the first World Championships of Fortnite.
I doubt it.
Has to be.
No, I reckon this game's been out long enough for multiple World Championships.
Okay, World Championships generally happen every 4 years.
Yeah,
Fortnite is an internet game. So it's lucky if it's been around for 2 years.
Maybe. Oh, no, I reckon it's, I don't know. I don't know games good well
Neither
enough.
of us are going to waste a Google trying to find out when
Definitely
Fortnite came
not.
out. But the whole point, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the winner, the 2019 Fortnite champ, a young man by the name of Karl Giersdorf. Hey.
More like Gears Dork.
Oh, come on now. He took it out. He took out the championship and won a grand total of US $3 million, Cade.
Fucking grand champion, more like it.
$3 million, and you're calling this kid a dork.
Hey, it got him somewhere, man.
It did.
Hey, Mom, I can't come to any family things because I'm training.
Yeah.
I want Rocky montage of him playing Fortnite. Yeah.
What I want to know is how he managed to win at the World Championships without being online, calling everyone a pussy, and
that's
telling
what it was.
everyone that he fucked their mums.
Yeah, that's maybe he doesn't use curse words, and you get bonus points for that.
Or is it still all part of the championships? Yeah. And it's those who have the sickest burns online. You get extra points.
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe,
I want that.
Yeah.
I want like real life.
Yeah.
Because I reckon like what they call it, e-gaming.
Sure.
I think it's called e-gaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Grandpa.
Where they play the video games.
Yeah.
Anyway, I reckon that they have to like contain that shit.
Oh,
because they have to look professional because like and I'm saying this in bunny ears, they're athletes.
Well, yeah, they are technically.
Because I'm sure back in their heyday, there were fuckheads online and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, whatever, it's like video games.
Yeah. But this he's part of a team. Like they actually have like teams that go in there as well. Like they're sponsored. They are legitimate sponsored athletes,
That's
which
amazing.
I think is like bizarro times. But hey, it is what it is. I have never actually personally played Fortnite.
I think I played it once. I downloaded it on my Switch.
Of course you did.
I played it once and I got killed in like 10 seconds.
And you threw it against the wall and you like rage quit?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fair. Have a look at this for some of the highest paid athletes of 2019. So just remember.
Wait, are you saying like real athletes?
Real athletes. So just remember Karl Giersdorf, as you would like to call him, which I don't think is fair, but that's fine. $3 million as a 16-year-old. So,
Yeah.
as a Fortnite champ. 2019 Wimbledon winner, Novak Djokovic, Wimbledon men's winner, took home $2.9 million
Oh my
for
God.
winning Wimbledon. The 2019 Masters champion, Tiger Woods, took home a cool $2 million. And the 2019 PGA champion, Brooks Koepka, took home $1.9 million. So he's back online already calling everyone a pussy. He's basically he's hit up Tiger Woods online.
Yeah.
And he's told him that he's fucked his mum.
But the thing is, Tiger Woods would have really fucked his mum.
Tiger Woods definitely fucked that kid's mum. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how that makes you feel about your life, but I am somewhat disappointed that I'm not a 16-year-old nerd playing Fortnite.
Doesn't that like just change the
game?
Oh, I didn't want to say it. But like, doesn't that really change the game for what future sports will be?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think it kind of, it's a double-edged sword, okay? Because in one way it gives kids something to aspire to. They enjoy gaming and all that sort of stuff, and that's what they want to do. And, they know that if they, put their time and effort into it and everything, they could possibly get paid. And you could honestly earn $3 million at the Fortnite World Championships. The other side to that sword is the exact same thing, that it's going to encourage kids to double down on their gaming. And that's where we're going to, going to lose them.
We had a very good friend, and he kind of like just disappeared off the radar.
Yes.
He was trying to be a professional gamer.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
I thought he died.
He could have. He got a.
He may have. We haven't heard from him a while.
It's been close to a decade.
His name isn't Kyle Giersdorf, is
Could
it?
be. That could be a synonym.
We knew him when he was 6. He's now 16. I mean, but it obviously goes to show like how incredibly hard even breaking into that would be.
Yeah.
And you got to think like there's all these different sort of like facets especially with sports and even like podcasting and everything, every sort of creative outlet, whether athletically or whatever it is that we're doing. There's always that top sort of
echelon.
the top echelon, the top 1% that, manage to break through. And there's millions and millions of people who believe they can, make it to the top,
absolutely.
but just never get there. Which has just made me more sad.
Wow.
But yeah, you know what I'm talking about though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I think that's fantastic. I mean, good on him. He's doing imagine if he just quit. He's just like, I'm done.
That's it. I got $3 million.
Yeah, I clocked it. Like I
clocked Fortnite.
I clocked Fortnite.
Like, well, he pretty much has.
Yeah, exactly.
He? Like he's the world champion. He's the world champion. He's just won $3 million. That's a lot of Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Oh, so much.
It's a lot.
He's going to come out orange as fuck.
He is. He's a pretty, and I mean this in the most non-judgmental way or PC way. I don't know how to say it. He's a pretty normal looking kid.
Okay.
Yeah. He just looks like a normal kid.
He's not a stereotype.
He's not a stereotype.
Yeah, okay.
Of like what you'd expect a Gears dork to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's that for that. But I believe you're about to torment me more.
Yeah.
With some
okay. Yeah. Let's talk about like young kids making buttloads of money.
Bank.
So this guy just made $3 million playing video games.
Yeah.
Now, did he own that? Who knows?
Yes, he did.
Maybe
he won.
Yeah, he won. I guess. Look, the Stranger Things kids.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what they make per episode? You know what they made per episode in season 3?
I don't even have a clue, but I'm going to say it's either going to be really high or really low.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be low somehow.
I was pretty surprised by how much it actually is.
I'm going to say it's got to be less than the Game of Thrones people, right?
Well, how much did they make?
Weren't they making like $1 million an episode?
Were they?
Yeah.
Damn.
Or more?
Every one though?
All the main ones.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, look, no, they weren't making that much.
Okay.
They're still children, Troy.
Yeah.
$250,000 per episode.
Damn.
Per episode.
That's $4 million. Is it?
No, I think it's 2.
It's $2 million. Yeah. Sorry. I was thinking.
But there's a lot of children in that TV show.
Well, we're assuming it's all the main kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of them?
All of them.
So that includes like the newer ones, as in like what what's her name? Max, that only joined in last season.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good.
That's
I'm glad
very
everyone's
impressive.
on equal grounds. Now, that only includes the main kids, not like the Steves and the Billies.
Yeah,
and all that
I
sort
don't
of thing?
imagine so.
Okay, cool. That's incredible.
It is incredible.
$2 million
Yeah.
for 8 episodes of work.
You have a look like Dustin. He was in maybe half the episodes.
No, he was in all of them.
Was he?
Yeah. I think he just he came in the first one. Yeah.
There you go. And actually, yeah, but these kids are only in each of these episodes for maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good payday.
That's a damn good payday.
Yeah,
If you're getting paid
far
$250,000 for
10 minutes work.
10 minutes of screen time anyway, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Amazing.
And it's only up from there, isn't it? It's not,
exactly.
It's not exactly going to go down.
So this is the thing that I was saying, how these Netflix characters, they get too expensive to keep doing.
Too big for their own boots.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're kids.
Well, yeah,
aren't they?
exactly.
You know what I mean? You just say, hey, get in there and do your work.
Yeah. Do you want this money or not?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. My best mate, Carl Giersdorf, just won $3 million playing Fortnite. So
I'm going to go join him.
I got to keep up with him. Yeah, that's incredible. And look,
worth every penny.
You know what? That's actually a pretty good segue, because I was about to talk about The Big Bang Theory. Penny, if you didn't get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I get segues.
Yeah.
I get them to work.
Those, they're like some of the highest paid TV stars out there.
Yes.
The show has finished now officially.
They were the new Friends, weren't they?
464 seasons or whatever it felt like.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah. But they were earning some ridiculous amount of money. It was like 1.5 million or something easy per episode for the main cast.
Are you kidding? And that's like a 22 episode
season.
season.
22 episode season or something ridiculous
episodes,
like that.
aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. It's insane.
Fucking
It was
hell.
like their contract renegotiations for the last 3 seasons of the show, because I think the show got picked up for 3 more seasons, and that was going to wrap it up. And the renegotiations to finish that off was something ridiculous. It was more than the Game of Thrones people, for sure.
That's insane.
But that's network television. That's it's
A lot of advertisers get on board with that.
Absolutely, yeah. This is like free to air TV and stuff like that, man. This isn't some HBO stuff. Everybody's checking out this. So I think it's ridiculous. And then when you couple that with the fact that every season is 22 episodes.
That's so much money.
It's a lot of money, man. Those kids are worth so much money now.
That's like movie budgets.
They're all well and truly adults.
Yeah.
They're all in their 40s. So that's
easy.
They're not little 14 or 15-year-old kids or whatever they are, but still.
Yeah, far out.
It's ridiculous, because that show has not been good for the longest time.
Yeah, exactly. That's been on a steady decline since episode 1.
Episode 1, yeah.
But you stuck with it.
Hey, I stuck with it for 8 seasons.
How did you not finish it off? How many is there?
12.
Oh, yeah, that's too much.
That's too many. I think it's 12 or 13.
What?
Yeah, I got to a point where it's just this, I'm not even laughing anymore. This is just, it's the same stuff.
You know what? You hear shows like that, and they're just shit house, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But then you get shows like The Office, where I feel like that was like a shoestring budget. Everyone got paid nickels and pennies.
Nah, I guarantee you by the end of that show, they were getting paid mad bang.
You reckon?
Not 1.5 million per episode or something like that, but I guarantee that's made their careers.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But financially even,
you reckon?
Know what I mean? Yeah, I think so. I mean, the show went for 10 seasons. Steve Carell was in 7?
Yes.
7 or 8?
Yeah, he was in a fair few.
Was it 10 or 9 seasons?
It was 9 seasons.
Yeah, so Steve Carell sort of left, and he was at the top of his game when he left.
Yeah, he was.
So, you know what I mean? You're paying that guy a lot of money to stick around.
Yeah, you would think so, really.
So, yeah.
Maybe they just couldn't keep him around, and that's why he disappeared. And
possibly.
And then he probably got paid big bank for that cameo in the final episode.
Oh, that cameo was pretty disappointing.
Are you fucking kidding?
It was good. But
You cried.
No.
Don't even fucking lie.
It was good, but it's almost like Steve Carell has said, I'm going to come back and I'm going to have 3 lines.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
And what were
I'll
they,
be
Troy?
in the background if that's what you want, whatever it is. But I'm going to have 3 lines.
And you have to dub it from previous episodes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll move my mouth, but I ain't making the noise.
It's I don't know if I'm going to remember the line sort of properly, but the whole line is about I've spent all this time watching my kids grow up and now they're all dating each other or whatever. It's like watching your kids grow up and then your kids date each other. It's beautiful or whatever.
I really want to go back and watch that.
We are doing it right now.
Are you?
Yeah, we're currently.
Oh, so good.
We're back we're into season 5. I think. Yeah, so we're deep into a rewatch.
Oh, lovely, because it's disappeared off the US Netflix.
Yeah,
but luckily we've got it on
what?
our Stan.
We got it on Stan,
which is really good.
Yeah,
I love Stan. It's so good.
It's okay.
If you use Comic Con Pod on sign up,
you get nothing.
You get nothing. Because it's so cheap, you don't need a discount.
Yeah, you don't need a discount. And also, where do you even put that?
Yeah.
So
actually, where would you put
Get your own username.
Yeah, I guess so.
You can't use ours. Yeah, but it is like it's pretty good. Like Netflix is good too. Look, Netflix does now officially have the streaming rights to The Big Bang Theory. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So the whole back catalog is on there.
Jesus.
So get into that.
Rather not.
Yeah, well.
What do you think is better? The Office or Parks and Rec?
Oh, The Office.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think Parks and Rec is great.
The cheap imitation of it.
No.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call it a cheap imitation by any stretch of the imagination because that makes it sound like it's shit.
No, but it's still great.
But it's a cheap imitation. It's
I mean, The Office is at top echelon that we're talking about. This is The Office wins $3 million playing Fortnite.
Well, look, if you're talking about like getting a can of Coke and then getting a can of RC Cola or something like that, you know what I mean? Like you can't compare the two.
Okay.
But that's the cheap imitation, isn't it?
I guess so.
So, I think Parks and Recreation is brilliant. I think it owes everything to The Office.
Oh, absolutely.
But I would definitely put The Office first.
I'm really disappointed they never crossed over.
Did nobody?
Nobody.
Not a single character?
No.
Wow, that would have been good.
Would have been great. I really would have liked who did Chris Pratt play? Andy?
Andy.
Yeah. Would have been great for him to like go and do deliveries or something to Scranton.
Oh, yeah, that would have been well, that wasn't really his job.
Yeah, I don't know. But he could have done something.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Or it would have been cool. It would have been so cool if the Scranton Strangler was doing murders in
Wouldn't it make more sense if they just had a paper convention in Pawnee?
Yeah,
Indiana,
maybe.
or something like that.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just keep it real.
Yeah. Nah. Who do you reckon was a Scranton?
Toby, 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000% Toby.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Without a doubt in my mind, that guy was murdering people for sure.
He had to be.
There was, what was it? Oh, yeah. Just talking about crossovers for a second, because I think it can work really well. Like if like top quality shows do that.
Yeah. And
it is disappointing that they didn't. Brooklyn Nine-Nine tried it with New Girl.
What?
Yeah. So basically, Jess goes to New York for something, and she takes her friends with her because, of course, you do. You got to have all the main characters.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But they go to New York, and they all cross paths with the guys from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Really?
So she ends up getting her car commandeered by Jake Peralta, like for a chase through the streets of New York, Brooklyn.
Wow.
So it was good, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But so it can work, but I don't know. I really think though Parks and Rec and The Office would have been amazing.
Yeah, look, nothing really can beat the CW crossovers because it just is what it is.
Well, I mean, they're kind of they're designed to cross over.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have the whole CSI universe as well.
Did they have a crossover?
All the time.
Did they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
There was 4 different bloody shows that did that.
Yeah.
So could you count Simpsons crossovers? Because they're more like cameos,
that's
really.
Cameos, yeah. That's a cameo. We're just looking up a list of
really good
crossovers, and there's nothing on there.
Yeah, there's nothing really.
Everybody Loves Raymond and King of Queens.
Did anyone even watch them? Supernatural Scooby-Doo. I heard that was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. There's one episode.
Yeah, actually, I don't watch either show.
Here's one that I really liked was The X-Files and Cops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a great episode. It was shot completely like Cops.
Yeah.
And but it was all actors, of course. And it was kind of following this supernatural thing that was going through the I guess the lower suburbs.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, does that really count as a crossover though? If they're just was the TV show called Cops?
Yes.
Oh, it was.
No.
Okay.
They
See, 'cause that's
played
the
it like it
thing.
was a cops episode, but it was the X-Files.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Because, if it's... this is not technically a crossover then, is it?
No.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get that fake shit out of here.
Get that fake shit out of here. Anyway, that was the worst list I've seen in my life.
Yeah, that was fucking terrible.
Anyway.
Maybe there's just no good TV crossovers.
Maybe there isn't. Maybe they should have done Parks and Recreation in The Office. We've been rambling on for a long time.
Yeah.
I think we should get into the main segment, and that is, of course, our favorite action movies of the past decade. We're going to go all the way back to 2009
Ooh.
to 2019. That's a decade, baby. That's 10 years. That's how they work.
It's a long time.
Science.
So, what you said, you had a couple of things on your list that like had to follow some rules. So basically, I said no Marvel movies for me because they've kind of dominated the action movie franchise for the last 10 years, essentially.
Yeah, but I sort of look at it as a genre amongst itself anyway.
Yeah,
so,
right.
like, I really believe that the superhero movies should be a genre.
Oh, I think they should as well.
Like, at this point in time, when you can have like 22 movies in a shared universe,
That's a genre.
that's not all the movies out there. That's just 22 movies in one shared universe. I think you got to start putting out a genre.
Yeah, I think so.
So, if you can have rom-coms,
You can have...
you can have superhero movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's like it'd be like or maybe you could call it like a superhero action and adventure or something.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Super action.
Whatever.
Something. Who knows?
All right. Well, you want to kick us off then? What's one you got on your list from the last 10 years?
Okay. Now, I'm going to kick you off with the cheesiest one on my list.
Okay.
The Expandables.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. I know. I love it because it's like, this is like 80s action done with all your 80s action stars when they're old as shit and they're running around in walkers and...
Can we just talk about just for a sec? Because obviously Sylvester Stallone is in this, and
Yes.
he, the whole premise of this was getting together some of the biggest action stars of the '80s and some of the more contemporary ones as well, and kind of just throwing back to that classic sort of '80s thing. And I get it, like I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, especially the first one. I think it's really good.
The first one was great, and the rest started to kind of teeter off a bit.
So we know we've got a new Rambo movie coming this year. Sylvester Stallone
Is playing Rambo again.
at the ripe old age of 70-something
Far out.
is talking about doing Rocky 7.
What?
I don't even know how, but he is literally trying to. He's thinking about doing a Rocky-centric Rocky 7 rather than how he's kind of been in Creed 2, that sort of thing. But going back and doing a Rocky 7 that focuses on him. But I don't know him if it's him as a trainer. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
There'd be no governing body in the history of sports, combat sports anywhere, that would sanction a 70-something-year-old man.
Actually, you know what? He could be like fighting Pacquiao.
Oh, look, maybe he has to go to some real sort of underground boxing shit in China or something like that. You know what I mean? Just where the only place where he can get a sanctioned fight and all the steroids he needs.
Far out.
But yeah, dead set talking about Rocky 7, and it's like,
That's insane.
just stop.
That's insane.
You don't need to. Yeah, I'm sure you don't need that much money anymore. You don't have to keep doing this.
Surely not.
Just
surely
stop.
not.
Stop it.
But
Anyway.
the Expandables strike.
Yeah. Okay.
Really liked it. I mean, this is kind of when Jason Statham was also coming back into that limelight.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Because he was always a B-lister. And he's almost like the most famous B-lister that there is now. Because I feel like he still
take
has
some exception to that.
Do you?
I feel like he was on his way.
Yeah, no.
He was well and truly on his way.
But
at the time.
I don't think he's like broken through that glass ceiling
He
yet.
did 17 Transformer movies. Transporter movies. Kev.
Yeah, but even so.
They were all terrible.
They were all
by the way.
terrible.
Transporter 1 was okay. The rest were terrible.
That was shithouse. Basically all were shithouse.
But I see what you're saying, though.
And then he was in that movie Crank where...
Oh, but what about Crank 2 High Voltage?
Oh, man. How about it? I actually do love Crank. Like,
do you seriously?
Yeah, because it's so ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Yeah, exactly. I only like it because it is so dumb.
But not even, I can sit here and say, superhero movies, people flying, shooting lasers out of their hands and all that sort of stuff.
I can believe that.
But it's not about believing it. It's about it.
Did you say believe?
No, I didn't. It works within its own sort of realm. Like you understand what you're getting yourself into. Crank was just nuts.
But what about the scene when he's
banging that chick
in the crowd in like Little Chinatown?
No, it's like right in the middle of the racetrack.
Oh, is it the racetrack?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
And there's like, oh man, it's just such a stupid movie.
So yeah, you tell me Jason Statham is an A grade? No.
Okay,
that kind of proves he's still in that
right.
B grade.
That's fair. I think it's only really the Fast and Furious resurgence, though, that has kind of pushed him into that kind of, he is an action A-lister.
No, he's just caught in the Rock's gravity.
Okay,
and that's what it is.
Fair. That's fair. The Expendables. Okay, that's a good choice. Do you know when that came out? Do you know what year? Don't know.
No idea.
Excellent. Great research, my friend.
Who knows? It would have been
as long as it's within the last 10 years,
Surely.
which I know it is. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll let you get away with that.
Actually, you know what? If you really do want to know,
I don't.
Okay, it's 2010. It just snuck in.
All right. I would have said 2012, but I guess that's the Expendables too.
Maybe.
What do I know? What do I know about Expendables movie?
What's the most ridiculous one on your list?
I don't have any, Cade, because
they're all amazing.
I'm a man of taste.
Yeah, right.
I'm a man of refined culture.
We'll see.
The first one, though, that I'm going to go with is, and these are, I guess I've got to say they're in no particular order. I didn't like rank them.
Yeah, either am I.
You know what I mean? As far as the last one I'm going to reveal is going to be my number one. Or
you wait till
like
you hear my next one.
Number two will shock you. But I'm going to go with 2014's Edge of Tomorrow. Tom Cruise.
I've never seen this.
How the fuck have you not seen this movie?
It's on my list.
What list?
But you know what?
What list?
You know what? This movie fucks me up.
Why?
Because the catchphrase to the movie was better than the movie title, so it started being called
Live, Die, Repeat.
And it's like, have I seen this? I don't know. It's fucking me up.
Have you seen a movie called Live, Die, Repeat?
No.
Well, then you haven't seen...
I've seen Live, Laugh.
Live, Love, Laugh.
Yeah. I was like,
you've seen Eat, Pray, Love, Julia Roberts.
I was like, this is nothing like what it says.
Tom Cruise isn't even in this fucking movie.
Where's Emily Blunt?
Yeah, Live, Die, Repeat, Eat, Pray, Love. It's all the same thing, really. But Edge of Tomorrow, man, was amazing.
Yeah, right.
And I think the thing that worked the most for me is that I had no idea what it was going into it.
Yeah.
I kind of I'd heard some rumblings about it. I got to it late. Obviously didn't see it at the cinemas or anything like that.
Like everyone else.
Yeah. But then it's kind of like, I started hearing some things like, oh man, Edge of Tomorrow, like sleeper hit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll check it out. I'm not the biggest Tom Cruise fan outside of
Top Gun.
No,
Ghost Protocol.
Outside of Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
But this is amazing. And Emily Blunt is just, she's,
pretty good.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's pretty great in this movie.
There's talks of a sequel, eh?
There is.
Yeah.
And I think
it follows on 5 minutes afterwards.
There's going to be what is it? It's like Live, Die, Repeat again, or Live, Die, Repeat, Repeat. It's something like that. It's something ridiculous though. It's to the point that if someone can tell me on the internet what it is, as they're going to do it right now.
Yeah.
They're checking it out right now.
Yeah.
And they're going to let me know. Just send me a text.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's something ridiculous. But I thought this was great. The action sequences in this were top notch. The whole thing was good. Tom Cruise is, he's pretty good. You can't deny it. He's pretty good. So yeah,
does all his own stunts too.
He does. He killed all those aliens for real.
Yeah,
for real.
Man, so controversial at the time.
It was. What's your next pick?
I'm going to go with another ridiculous one.
Of course you are.
Because that's how we're going.
Yep.
Machete.
Oh, come on. Did you even pick movies, or are you just thinking of movies that come to your head?
Well, isn't that thinking?
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
No, look, I'm thinking of the action movies that kind of have stuck with me.
Sure. And Machete was one of them.
Machete's one of them, man. It was one of these. What I love about it, it was a prank trailer in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Robert Rodriguez movie.
Robert Rodriguez,
Unless it was in Death Proof. It might have been in Death Proof.
I think maybe it was.
It was either in that or Planet Terror. It was in one of the two, but yeah. Go on.
And what I love about this is so many people actually love that they went and made it. And
Robert Rodriguez made it.
Yeah, which is fantastic. And then it comes out and it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like that crazy 80s. Here it is. This is like a modern 80s film that wouldn't really ever get made.
Yeah.
And it's gory. There's nudity for the sake of nudity.
Oh, like a classic 80s action movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Ridiculous guns going off everywhere. There's nuns killing people.
Yeah. Look, I can't deny that I got some sort of
You got some joy out of this.
twisted enjoyment out of watching.
It doesn't have to be good.
70-year-old Danny Trejo running around, kind of touching on Jessica Alba. It was pretty weird.
Yeah, but I don't think they it wasn't like that, Troy.
Wasn't it?
No.
All right.
Not at all.
Okay. I hope not.
He was like a father figure to her.
What? That's not how I remember that movie at all.
It is. It's absolutely like that.
Didn't they have sex?
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Are you saying I have to go watch Machete again?
Oh, yeah. I'll twist your arm. Make you go watch the brilliant movie that is Machete. That's a great pick, man. Not even close to my radar, but
hey, look, this was also the resurgence of Lindsay Lohan's career.
Was she in this?
She was in this.
I don't remember Machete at all.
Man, she had like one of the nude scenes in this movie.
Oh, get out of here.
She did.
No one wants to see that.
I didn't say anyone wants to see it, but this is how she had to. Yeah.
They didn't have a choice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Machete. Excellent.
And it's part of the Spy Kids universe.
That's true. Which is I think amazing. Is bizarre. I'm going to put this back on track a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit of class back into this.
Let's see.
I'm going to go with 2012's Dread.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, this movie's so good.
Is it? I haven't seen it.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that's a real, honest, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
you look genuinely angry.
I'm not even overreacting. Man, okay. You're watching The Boys, right?
Yeah.
On Amazon?
Yeah.
You're watching The Boys? Carl
Sure.
Urban, Billy the Butcher, right?
I've heard of him.
Okay. Well, Carl Urban is Dread.
Yeah, is he good?
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah, right.
He's brilliant. This movie is so friggin' well done. It's basically just set in a high-rise building, and Dredd effectively has to get from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom. He's got to get from somewhere to somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I love movies like that.
yeah. Oh, well, there's another one on my list that you'll love too that I bet you haven't seen.
Oh, yeah.
But this is like just the way, like cinematically, it's beautiful.
Okay.
Like the way it's done, and it all, it's just.
I've just heard so many mixed things about it.
What?
Name everything that you've heard about
everything that you've heard about this movie that is mixed.
Well, some people think it's good, some people think it's bad.
Well, some of those people are fucking idiots.
Which ones?
The wrong ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not to be confused with Judge Dredd starring Sylvester Stallone. That movie was fucked.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I've just never gone to see it, because I couldn't even get through that movie.
Okay, do yourself a favor. Well, you've now got two on your list. You've got to watch Edge of Tomorrow. You've got to watch Dredd.
Okay.
Go watch Dredd. I don't even really want to ask.
Oh,
what
okay.
is next on your list?
Oh, okay. Now, look, I am going to go with one that had a twist.
Okay.
And it's not one that you'll ever really pick. Book of
Machete
Eli.
2.
No, Book of Eli.
I didn't mind that.
Yeah, the guy has a machete, so it's my closest link.
It's Machete 2.
Yeah, machete blind.
Blind Machete.
Yeah. I really like this movie. Denzel. Post-apocalyptic world.
Yep.
One that's like not overly stupid.
Yeah, it's not completely unbelievable that sort of thing could happen, yeah.
And he has the last Bible.
He's got the last machete.
Machete. And it's in Braille.
Oh, what?
Damn.
That's a huge spoiler for Book of Eli.
Who cares? But the movie's over 10 years old.
It can't be over 10 years old.
It's around 10 years old.
You motherfucker. What year is Book of Eli? Because if it's not in the last 10 years, you've completely ruined this entire thing.
Who knows?
You can look it up.
2010.
Ooh.
It's old as shit.
You're lucky. It fits. All right, well, this movie's 9 years old, so we could probably spoil it. Spoiler alert, Denzel's blind the whole time.
And he's not even wearing blind people glasses.
He's just wearing normal people glasses. How are you supposed to tell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was actually shocked when that reveal happened.
Yeah,
because he's such a skilled fighter and everything like that. And he's like, the sight of God helped me, and very, very cool.
Yeah, it is cool. If it wasn't so religious,
it's If they just tone that back a bit.
If they turned it back a little bit, yeah. Because it turns out like he's just a Kmart worker.
Yeah.
Like he's dead set just a Kmart dude. You think he's like some fucking like ex-special forces or some like whatever. No. Just because he looks like the Equalizer, like exactly like the younger version of the Equalizer, doesn't mean he is. He's just some Kmart dude.
Yeah. So that's like a really dark horse.
Okay,
in my list
compared to the other two that you had.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Not a bad pick.
Yeah,
it's not a bad pick. Mine is from 2018.
Ooh.
My next one's from 2018. It's from last year, and it also stars Tom Cruise. It's Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah, I knew this would be on your list.
Man, this movie is so good. Like of all the Mission Impossible movies, they're all great except two. Two is terrible, but every single one. And once they get to like 3 is just amazing. And you're like, holy shit, 3 was so good. Then 4 comes out. You're like, holy shit.
How did they
then
get
5,
better?
Then 6. And you're just like, this is killing me. And then they bring out Mission Impossible Fallout and it is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing that works is in a world filled with like, you know, CGI and stuff like that. This is like
very
as practical as they can keep it, man. And you know when you're watching Tom Cruise, you know if he's on that bike, he's on that bike.
Yeah, indeed.
If he's fucking in that helicopter or whatever he's doing.
Didn't he get strapped to the side of a plane for this?
No, that was the other one. That was not Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, maybe.
Yeah, right. Even so, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, it was one of them.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And the fact that it's balls to the wall action. Henry Cavill cocks his arms, like he reloads his arms, pow pow. He's got that sick mustache, like all of it. Like I've spoken about this movie previously on the show for something we did. I can't remember what it was. Might have been best movies of the maybe. 2018, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, loved it. Mission Impossible Fallout, in my opinion, the best of the Mission Impossibles.
Yeah, right.
And it's the latest one. How does that even work?
Man, I haven't even got past because like number 2. Yeah, Mission Impossible 2. Well, that was the last one I ever watched.
Man, you got to go back.
Yeah, I need to update.
You need to go
list.
back.
We got to go back, Marty.
All right. What do you got next?
Here's a good one.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. About time.
Kingsman, The Secret Service.
Can't deny that.
Yeah,
that is a good pick.
Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely did not pick this to be a good movie.
No, not at all. Didn't really like. It's one of those comic book movies that. Oh, actually, it's a comic book movie, isn't it? Technically, but it's not a Marvel movie.
It's not a Marvel movie.
Yeah, but it is one of those ones that came out and you kind of like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah, didn't know the source material. Didn't know what I was in for. You're like, oh, is this kind of like a James Bond movie? Yes, but fucking
yes,
radar.
It is. It's exactly like James Bond, except good.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, absolutely. I really love this movie, and I kind of like the franchise. I mean, the second one is a bit iffy.
Yeah.
But
what are your thoughts on the prequel one coming out? Did you see the trailer for that one?
Yeah. Somehow the guy is related to Eggsy. Of course he is.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They could have just not.
Yeah, like why does it have to be? Like why does it have to be like some sort of like secret lineage? What is this fucking Star Wars?
I was gonna say like that just takes it down that whole Star Wars path where it's like you can only be a Kingsman if you've got the right blood.
Got the Skywalker blood.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's like
that's stupid, man.
It's like just make it fucking only rad people can be part of this.
He's Ted. His dad's a butcher.
Yeah.
And
he's sick with
not
knives.
Related to anyone. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't like it's that's silly.
And Samuel Jackson as this like super chilled villain.
Yeah, with a lisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not something you expect.
No, not at all, yeah.
And then you got the sword legs.
Sword legs.
So good.
Old sword legs over there.
Sword legs.
Cutting sick with her sword legs.
So sick.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Look, I can't rip shit on you for Kingsman, the Secret Service.
And then you do have the
you got Colin Firth.
Yeah, Colin Firth. Like in one of the best action scenes of all time.
Yeah, it's up there for sure.
I think you rated it as one of your best.
I did. I forgot about that for a second.
You're like, it was okay.
But I totally did. No, it is good. It's brilliant. But it's good. Good pick.
Yeah, thank you.
Good pick, mate. My next pick is probably one of the best looking movies you're probably going to see.
Oh, okay.
Like, just overall. 2015's Mad Max Fury Road.
Got news for you.
What?
Haven't seen it.
Oh.
Look, man.
You're not only infuriating me, you're probably infuriating every single person listening.
I can imagine there's iPhones getting thrown off buses and headphones getting ripped off.
Just people are throwing themselves off buses.
Yeah.
Just like throwing themselves through the window into traffic. How have you not seen Mad Max Fury Road? You don't even have to have seen the other Mad Max movies if that's your problem.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's just one of those ones that it never captured me.
Oh.
And I know it has like some of the best cinematic footage in it. It is like one of the standards for CGI.
It's not even CGI, you idiot.
No, it is.
Most of it's completely practical. But then obviously
I have a video to show you that's going to wreck that illusion.
Oh, look, I have no doubt there are parts of it that are CGI, but for the most part, all of it.
Yeah,
it's all deep.
All the characters. Yeah.
For the most part, like it's all practical though. Okay, this is the thing. And they just put a filter over the top and made it bright because you don't get those colors in the real world.
No, you don't. It's legal.
So yeah, like how you haven't seen this movie is ridiculous. It's beyond me. Tom Hardy is great. Charlize Theron is even better than Tom Hardy. That's the thing.
Is that even that hard to do though?
Hey, some people really like Tom Hardy, even though he's just not a good looking dude and people think is amazing.
Not that great of an actor.
Hey, he's all right.
He's got a job.
He's all right. I've paid a lot of money to see that guy in theaters.
At least $30.
And 8 times.
Yeah, that's right.
To watch him as Bane. But yeah, look, this is George Miller's. There's George Miller has come out and said that there is 2 more movies coming in the works, but with how hard it was to get this one made, I was going to say that's actually going to happen.
This was really hard for them to get off the ground.
Oh, to get off the ground, to finish, to you know, all of it. But this is this is one of the greatest movies of the last 10 years. Probably one of the best action movies of all time. It's wouldn't necessarily be my number one, but I know for a fact that I have Paul from the Countdown Movie and TV Reviews podcast cheering for me right now.
Oh, yeah?
And calling you a massive fuck knob for not having seen this movie.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
How many more you got left? Because I got 2. I've probably got 2 more that I'd want to talk about.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, well, you go then.
All right. Pacific Rim.
Oh, God, I hate you sometimes.
Why?
Pacific Rim looks brilliant.
Exactly.
But it's a terrible movie.
Hey, I could have said Transformers, Troy.
Oh, what is this happening?
No, but I really like.
Okay, that's fine. It's a subjective list.
Yes, it is.
I understand these are your favorites.
Oh, we've chosen favorite.
I've been picking the shittest ones.
Yeah, isn't that what we're doing? No, Pacific Rim is it's quite cool.
Okay.
The monsters are fantastic. The mechas are
the Jaegers.
The Jaeger bombs.
Yep.
The mechs are absolutely terrific. The way that they got to be operated is unique. This is it's cinema grade. Like it's actually cinema grade for CGI and color tones.
Yeah.
So you can say this is the perfectly shot action movie, Troy.
Wrong. But that's fine. Like, I understand that's, you know, some people do say that. Guillermo del Toro is pretty amazing.
He's got a new horror movie coming out, actually.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. But I have a couple of problems with this movie in particular.
Oh, okay. Why?
One is the main actor, whose name completely escapes me. He's the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
I know who you're talking
I keep thinking Travis Fimmel, but that's the guy from Vikings.
Looks the same.
It's the same dude. It's basically the same
it's
guy.
His brother.
It's just not a good actor, man.
Not great.
He's just not a good actor.
Yeah.
And
he wasn't great in Narcos either.
He wasn't great in anything.
He just
it hasn't been good in anything. And then you throw in like the Aussie team.
Oh.
And it's like they've got some guy trying to like
do the worst Aussie accent.
He's trying to do the worst Mendo Scrolls accent known to man. And it's just bloody terrible. Those 2 things really bring it down for me. But Idris Elba's in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, bad acting makes a great action movie. It's one of the prerequisites.
Right? Yeah, look, looking at your list, I can
see what's qualifying.
Look, I actually don't mind Pacific Rim. Have you seen Pacific Rim Uprising?
No, I
have not.
No.
I've heard it's shit house.
Yeah,
so
and I'll never watch it.
Yeah, that's why
because I don't want that first movie to be tarnished by this other shit movie.
Okay. Look, that's fair. That's a pick, isn't it? It's a pick.
Wow.
That's all I can say.
I feel like you're pandering to
I'm not pandering to anyone. It's not like we're maybe this is the poll.
Maybe
this is this week's poll.
Oh yeah,
who had the better list?
Yeah,
we'll do it. We'll take a page out of the countdowns book and we'll put our lists up.
Spoilers. I think you're going to win.
You would fucking hope so. At this point,
I actually want people just to vote for me in spite of you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my second last pick. Is tough to pick between the two movies that are released in the same franchise, but I am going to go with the first one, and that's The Raid from 2012. It's an Asian action movie.
Actually, I've heard this is amazing.
It is, and this
absolutely
is
climbing the tower, isn't it?
This is climbing the tower.
Yeah.
This is just balls to the wall from the start to the end. Some of legitimately the best, like, real world action.
Yeah.
No CGI bullshit.
Is there a lot of hand-to-hand combat in this?
That's all it is. It's either that or it's like people like shooting the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
it gets to a point because like they go through with guns and stuff, but it gets to a point where there's no more guns now.
Oh yeah, right.
And they just
got to use poles and shit.
This made a star out of Iko Uwais, the lead character from this. One of the guys from, I don't know if it's from The Raid or if it is from The Raid. Joe Taslim has just been cast in a Marvel movie, one of the upcoming MCU movies. Oh, no, it wasn't actually. No, sorry, my mistake. He got cast as Sub-Zero in the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie, so that's really cool. This is dead set, like, just, honestly, it's, I can't even, and The Raid 2 is equally as good.
Yeah, right.
There's a kitchen fight scene at the end of The Raid 2.
I've heard it's amazing.
Fucking blows my mind. It is absolutely, legitimately some of the best shit. You have to at some point, like, even if you don't like watching movies with subtitles or anything like that, like, it gets to a point in this movie where you don't even really need to know what's happening.
You know what? I only watch my movies now with subtitles.
Or even movies that don't require it.
Yeah. And it's because we have a sleeping baby.
Yeah.
So we almost have to have our TV on mute.
Oh, okay.
So like I barely hear what they're actually saying, but reading it, it's like, okay, I can live my life like this.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Well, this is like, like you always, when you think about action movies, like, or Asian action movies, you're always thinking of, like, for the most part, they're like maybe the Chinese sort of like kung fu sort of action movies or something like that. This comes out of like Indonesia.
Really?
And it's just amazing.
Is it like a Korean movie or?
It's Indonesian.
Indonesian?
Like I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But yeah, it is. It's Indonesian actors and directed by Gareth Evans, who I believe is a Brit.
Yeah, right.
He might be Welsh, something like that.
Yeah.
So, man, so good.
Fantastic.
So goddamn good.
All right. My final pick.
Your final pick. What is it? Hit me with it. I can only imagine.
I'm going to go Chronicle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Chronicle was
a superhero movie. That's fine.
Actually, it's not really a superhero movie.
Okay.
It's about a bunch of kids who get powers.
Yeah, look.
And they're not superheroes. They're not like comic book characters.
I see what you're saying.
It was
it's like ordinary people that get superpowers.
Yeah. Almost. But really, really interesting concept because this is a world that doesn't have superheroes or superpowers or anything like that.
Yeah.
And these kids, they stumble across is it like a spaceship or like a portal or something like that?
No, it's almost like a meteor or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. That's in the mountain. It's like been there forever.
Don't know.
You can't remember. Anyway,
at least a week.
And these three boys, they get these superpowers and they start to like evolve them.
Yep.
And one of them goes, "Hey, I'm going to be a bad dude."
Yeah.
And it's fucking rad.
It is pretty good. Done in the found footage kind of way, which is really good. And like, I think it works for this.
Because I feel like it's a mixture.
Yeah, but it's not. Because
it's used good cameras.
Well, I didn't see Chronicle until this year.
Really?
Yeah. It's one of those movies that I'm like, I'd heard about so much. I'm like, I've seen Chronicle. You know what I mean?
I've seen it.
I've definitely seen it.
It's about X-Men.
And I totally had never seen it.
Yeah, right.
So I went out and made sure I watched it this year. And it's all found footage or like, you know, the handycam style and all that sort of stuff. There are parts where it's like, why do you have that camera
in that spot.
Why is that on?
But that's like a cliche of those
Oh,
found
it is.
footage movies.
It shits me to tears. It's the biggest takeaway. Like, it's not the biggest takeaway, but it's the biggest thing that takes away from the quality of that movie.
Yeah.
Is that unfortunately at some points it's like you would not have that set up in this situation. Like this is not for real. But I didn't like for a movie that when did this come out? Like 2012 or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
For a movie that came out 7 years ago that is in a genre that I effectively do a podcast on. For me to have not really known like the twist, I didn't know that one of the kids decided to effectively be bad.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Like I didn't know how it ended. The only thing I knew that ended was Josh Trank's career. When he went from this to Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah.
Or Fantastic. Yeah, but it was good, man. Like this was really good. Michael B. Jordan too.
Yeah. Like all the start of all these great careers.
Yeah,
great.
Well, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, we got him. We got him.
And Dane DeHaan does some stuff as well.
Yeah, I guess so. He's about doing his thing.
And the third guy.
I really wish they made this a franchise, though.
Do you?
I wish we got a sequel at least.
I think a sequel would have been good.
Yeah,
but I think where it ends, though, what's the sequel? Like, I don't want to spoil a movie that's 7 years old. I'm sure you've all seen Chronicle by now if you're listening to this podcast, even though I hadn't.
Yeah.
Maybe you just think you have.
Yeah.
Like me.
But I wish there was like other supers out there.
Oh, okay. Like other people of like, maybe it was a meteor that broke off into pieces and stuff.
It's like a Smallville thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Freak of the Week's everywhere.
Where like every single person ever has a piece of kryptonite.
Yeah.
That's not a bad pick, man. I'm glad that you finished on an actual high because I really do like that movie.
Now, I think I know what your last one's going to be, and I think the whole world knows what it's going to be. So right. Why is John Wick your last pick?
Oh, you think it's John Wick? It's actually Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise.
Fuck off.
No, it's not. Could you imagine?
Imagine that.
Could you imagine? Of course it's John Wick. Which one? All of them. Like you can pick one. Like it honestly doesn't matter. I think that the quality of the action increases from 1, 2 to 3. I think it gets better from the first to the third.
Yeah.
I think
what's going to happen in the fourth?
I don't know. So much stuff. But obviously the story of the first is, the best of the three. But when you're we're talking about action movies here, like this is some of the most. You've got 51-year-old Keanu Reeves just doing absolutely like just killing it, man. This brought back because when did 2014 the first one came out? So we had 2014, 2017, and this year for John Wick Chapter 3. So for the last 5 years, Keanu Reeves has dominated the kind of the action movie guy
for sure
sort of status, and it's given us this Keanu sense. There is.
I wonder how Tom Cruise feels about that.
Oh, Tom Cruise don't care. Tom Cruise is still like...
Tom Cruise is probably like throwing parades for him saying, you go, man.
You go. No, he's not. Tom Cruise is an asshole. From all reports, Tom Cruise is an absolute piece of shit.
Well, he is 5 foot tall.
Well, he's got that little man syndrome. He's got the bagel guy syndrome, if you've seen that. Tom Cruise is Hollywood's bagel guy.
Oh, imagine that.
But yeah, like it's... some of the hand-to-hand fight scenes are absolutely amazing. I think, though, if I had to choose between like what is the better out and out hand-to-hand action movie between, say, The Raid and John Wick, I don't know which one I'd choose, man. It'd really? I think John Wick owes a shit ton to The Raid. And
stealing ideas.
Well, they actually in
typical Westerners
in John Wick Chapter 3, they bring in some of the actors from like The Raid to fight with Keanu Reeves at the end.
Shared universe.
There you go. This is the John Wick Raid universe.
Oh, imagine that. How cool would that be?
Oh, that'd be. Imagine John Wick teaming up with. Oh man, no, I can't even do it.
Can't do it.
I can't do it.
I'm on the edge. I'm already on the edge.
I don't have enough left in me to. That would be amazing, though. But yeah, I think John Wick. Look, I don't need to speak about it anymore. We just reviewed John Wick Chapter 3, or I did sort of briefly. I don't need to talk about it anymore. One of the greatest action franchises of all time, and John Wick itself 1, 2, or 3.
Your grandkids will be talking about
They'll
it.
be talking about it.
Yeah.
They're 1,000% going to be talking about it.
The great Keanu Sons.
The great Keanu Sons of
2000s.
2019 or the 2010s for sure. Keanu Reeves will be 120 looking 45.
At least.
And he'll still be around.
Yeah, easy.
He'll be making John Wick 32.
So do you think that John Wick, Keanu Reeves will be like the new Chuck Norris meme in 50 years?
Oh,
Or like, well, maybe not 50 because
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Why not?
I'll love it.
Absolutely.
Because like Chuck Norris pops in and out of history
Absolutely.
as a meme
Look,
every now and
I'm
then.
going to go on the record here and say never been a fan of Chuck Norris. Don't even think he's that good.
He's not.
I don't actually know.
He's hairy.
He's pretty hairy, but I'm not actually sure where this whole thing came from.
Yeah, I don't know.
But John Wick or Keanu Reeves especially, you know, deserves it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, you know,
Much more humble.
well, he's already the meme guy.
Yeah.
You know, so
Fair
we've
enough.
already got Keanu Reeves memes out there. I think if you get yourself to a point where you're a template for a meme in a meme app, I think
You've made it.
Yeah, you've made
absolutely.
it. Yeah, I just the only thing I'm not sure about is whether these movies will have the same sort of legacy that movies from say the 70s, 80s, 90s have,
Most definitely not.
because we live in this world where everything is disposable.
Oh,
and we're
absolutely.
moving on
Everything's
to the
churn
next
and
thing.
burn.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, yeah,
And
that's
franchises are coming
unfortunate.
out too quick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So like imagine what John Wick would have just been on its own.
yeah.
It would have been like a legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, they didn't make 2 shit sequels. They made 2 amazing sequels. So it all adds
And
in.
there's still time, baby.
That's right. There definitely is. Man, that's it. That's all
That's
I got.
it. So let us know who had the better list on that one. Probably Troy, but just vote
man,
for me.
You had machetes. So
Hey, machete's pretty good.
Never count yourself out.
It's not bad. It's not bad. But look, that's it for this week. We'll be back with another ep next week. But in the meantime, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on iTunes and help support the show.
That's right. And if you want to check out past episodes or the other great shows on our network, you can head to ccradio.com.au.
And finally, make sure you head to our Facebook listener community and join in on the fun with a whole bunch of members. Just search for the Comic Confidential listener community. I'm whispering because it's a secret.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah.
All right, then. But that is it. As always, I'm Troy.
I'm Cade.
And this has been Comic Confidential.
Cheers.
Peace.
I'm never going to watch any of those movies.
God damn it, man. You got to watch all of them tonight.
Or tonight, you can't sleep
It's Wednesday.
until you watch them.
Yep.